soul family. Alrighty, so it's a foggy day in California. Halloweeners are going to be happy about that. It's going to make things creepy. So let me see, who will we use to have Spirit speak to us? You know what? People asked me for this deck yesterday, so we're going to use the Wisdom of the Oracle because I said over and over that I didn't have it, and I did have it. So let me just put you guys down for a second. It's so funny. I asked, what would you guys like for me to work with? What decks? And people said Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, Wisdom of the Angel Oracle, Wisdom, what is it? The Fairy Tarot, and anyway, the thing, and I'm like, no, I have the Hidden Realms. I don't have this. I don't have that. I sold that. And I got home and I'm like, no. My friend kept talking to me. She says, yeah, it's the one with the pelican with the telescope. And I'm like, no, I don't have, that's the enchanted map. No, she was right, I was wrong. So message, sometimes that what we got in our weekly reading yesterday, we don't know, something we don't know about, and we're supposed to wait. Remember, actually it was the live feed. There was something that we thought we knew and we were wrong. And actually, I thought I didn't have something, but I do. So maybe something that you thought you've lost, you haven't lost. Ooh, there's the card. Oh, I love this one. Love this one. Okay. So the first message that we have is a loyal heart. I love that because Aries people were very, very loyal. Well, not afflicted Aries. That's something I'm going to talk about really quick. This morning I was talking to my girlfriend Keisha, and she's a Leo. No, she's a Scorpio, sorry. And she was saying how her ex has a Scorpio girlfriend now, and they're so completely different. Of course, everybody's different according to whatever's happened in your life circumstances, right? But in truth, if you are an Aries, I'm going to talk about Aries because that's me, operating in your highest power, you're going to be fearless, dependable, positive, optimistic, outgoing. You always hate to wait. We always hate to wait, no matter whether we're afflicted or we're upright. We don't like waiting, ever. Loyal. But if you are an afflicted Aries, you're conniving, bitchy, can be cruel, vindictive, arrogant. There's like a lot of really crappy. So that's why I'm saying, sometimes when people meet somebody and they're like, oh, I know about Aries. I've been with an Aries and this is what they were like. And no, you don't know because you don't know me. Also, I got a message that I'm supposed to tell you, but I'm going to tell you guys in a minute. It flipped out, and I'm going to tell you. It's a completely different message. But let's go to this one. This one I like because I am a loyal person. Loyalty is very important to me. So I love to see this card showing up. The number 35. I didn't speak about the number 35 yesterday in our reading, even though that was one of the numbers that came up. So I will tell you the specific meaning for number 35. It's a positive change is coming about for you with the assistance and the protection of the Ascended Masters. So in our weekly reading, we were shown that something's coming. There's a shift. There's some shock, but it's going to be good. I've been worried that, that may be what it was that Spirit was talking to me about. Now look at that. I say loyal and I bring forward the Eiffel Tower, and I was afraid of the Eiffel Tower. So now they're telling me, no, the Eiffel Tower that you kept being shown is a positive sign. So see, something that we thought was negative is actually going to be positive. So that's my first message. They're a pair. They work together. Clearly, they form a heart. They're king and queen. They're a couple. They've got the victory flags hung above them. And there's two keys. They hold the keys to each other's heart. They're sitting atop of an egg of creation. They have hearts falling around them. Clearly, they're looking. So now I'm wondering if these two were apart and they're looking back at each other, which makes me think of the song that says, when you looked over your shoulder. Okay, I'm getting ringing in my ears, so that's a yes. When you looked over your shoulder. Hold on. When you looked, sorry, you know how I do this. Over your shoulder. Okay. The song is Say You Won't Let Go. I met you in the dark. You lit me up, which is in the dream time. You made me feel as though I was enough. We danced the night away. We drank too much. I held your hair back when you were throwing up. So that's expressing things that like throwing up or releasing everything that was upsetting you. This is all symbolic. Then you smiled over your shoulder. For a minute, I was stone cold sober. I pulled you closer to my chest and you asked me to stay over. I said, I already told you, I think you should get some rest. I knew I loved you then, but you'd never knew because I played it cool when I was scared of letting go. I know I need you, but I never showed. So this to me could represent these two, that they look back over their shoulder and they see one another looking at them, and there's their loyal hearts. They're joined together. Even down here, you see the hearts that are joined, right? And the color is the color of your heart chakra. And the color of blue, which could be melancholy, but it also could be peace and calm. Fluffy clouds. You know when I said when things are upsetting, go into fluffy clouds. Just float around in the fluffy clouds. There's a lot of really positive messages. They also, to me, look like barn swallows. I'm sorry, barn owls. Barn owls. It's funny because the face almost looks like it's got a snow owl face, but it's not. It's the color of a barn owl. And we've had the barn owl come up quite a bit. And the barn owl specifically, this is going to be a long reading. Whew, I've got private readings to do, so I got to get forward. So anyway, yes, this is absolutely two barn owls. They are the ghosts that come from the shadows. They come in, no one never hears them coming. They're silent travelers. They're very, very clever. They are able to navigate in the dark. They hear and they see in the dark. So it makes me think of these two who have, like the song, they connected in their dreams, or they connected with their psychic antennae. They have, no other owl can compete with them in hunting. So whatever they're after, they're going to get. So which means to me, there is no competition for each other's heart if we're speaking about a relationship here. Now, if we're speaking about business, the same thing. Loyal partners, no competition between each other, and there is no competition on the outside. They've got it going, because this is victory flags. They've got the keys to success, right? It could be all of that as well. They're rarely seen, which makes me think of my twin. Silent and rarely seen, and yet we connect all the time. Also, if you do see one during the day, it talks to you about maybe there's a fear of the unknown and the courage to navigate through what it is that you need to, navigate through. Do you feel like you're groping around in the dark and things cloudy, right? That was that. Remember that yesterday, the silver seed coming out of the dapple gray would be, things coming out of the darkness into the light. So they have excellent hearing. And they have no sound. They can hunt without hearing, without any. You wouldn't be able to hear what they heard. They can hear things. So it talks about clairaudience, right? You've got the ability to have a clairsentience, clairaudience, because they can see in the dark, they can hear in the dark, and they speak to one another without speaking out loud. They will help you pinpoint what you need and grant you a picture of the unknown with more detail and more accuracy. Hello, you little winner. Hello, you little winner. Now check that out. There were two little winners coming right up there. The fact that it's interesting too that they have an ear opening on two different levels. So asymmetrical ear openings. One's higher on the head than the other. So it's got the power to listen to all the way around, from above and below. So you can hear from spirit as well as what's going on here, right? You've got the gift of guidance from spirit, which is awesome. And these two are identical. So they both are connected spiritually if this is a couple. As far as business, they're very, very productive. They are able to catch an astonishing amount of prey. So they have the ability. That's why they're so successful. This pair, whether this is business or relationship. They also have a ghost curdling scream that causes them to look like a ghost. So. And they have a calculated, solitary way of about them. They know what they're doing. They may come across cold or callous, not friendly, but that may be their exterior. At the same time, they carry a lot of inside that might be their shadow or their fear. Also, the fact that they can hear in the dark. Hear and see in the dark. So without seeing or without physically hearing, but they're able to pick up on that. That tells you to search through your unconscious. What have you been missing? They can help you seek parts of yourself that have been neglected or forgotten and work through the fears that are there. Let me turn down my volume on my computer because people are writing to me. When you see these barn owls, it's maybe one of the most productive times of your life, right? Your timing and your senses are just massively on par. Like this is it for you. So all these messages, it definitely speaks about, so loyalty would be fidelity. If you're worried about someone cheating, don't. They're loyal. They have a loyal heart. And they're telling you that evidence of this loyalty is going to come into your life, and you're going to be able to fully commit to each other. So if they have been apart and they're looking back at one another, they have both been loyal, and you will be able to commit to the other. Also, if it's spirit, if this is your spiritual twin, we all have that. Spirit is always loyal, no matter what. No matter what, they're always with you. So trust and faith in whatever Spirit's telling you, because you were always loved and protected. So if you are, as I said, speaking about a relationship, they're telling you that all of these qualities that I spoke of are evident, right? Honesty, devotion, faithfulness, loyalty, they're all being shown to you. So they're asking, are you loyal in return? Now is the time for heartfelt commitment. As we brought up in the reading yesterday, now's the time for communication. Now's the time for these two that never mind looking back at one another and talking in the dark and silence. It's time to speak up, right? And they're telling you that you can be safe. Your union is safe. Prosperity, it's definitely talking about long-term loyalty to your goals is coming to fruition, which is what we were showing yesterday as well. That when we saw, and in the live feed, we saw the horse that was flying high, that showed that things that were maybe out of our reach before are no longer. Everything is within your grasp. And we were showing yesterday, things are coming. There's something wonderful is coming to you. Success is finally taking shape. So they're also telling you, if you are loyal to your dreams, whatever your plan is, whatever you're working on, stay loyal to it. And things are starting to take shape. You need to stick with it. That's what we got yesterday. Stick-to-itiveness, right? Faithful to your plans. And again, another thing, because of the owls, they're able to turn their heads completely around. Their eyes don't swivel, so their heads turn around. So they're telling you, you need to remain flexible, which is what we were told yesterday in our reading. We may have to be flexible in our thoughts and our ideas. Maybe, like I said, we may be thinking we're going in one direction and we may have to go into another. Or maybe if these two are coming together, they have different ideas, and you've got to be flexible. Come and meet in the middle, right? This is about compromise. Also, if it's not just in a relationship, it's partnership or working with others. It's talking about remaining flexible to others, right? Because you're serving others. And the work that you've done is going to show prosperity for you. So it's definitely working out. It's definitely a time of celebration for you, because you're manifesting, whether this is in your spiritual work, whether this is in your chosen profession, and whether this is in love. Amazing card to start with. Amazing card. Which way do I do this? This way? No. Sorry, I do this every time, don't I? So there was a lot that came out with Owl. Now, this is a reverse deck, people. And I am going to do it. Remember, I was scared, but I'm not scared anymore, because I want to know what the truth is, and if I have to work on something, I want to know about it. So we're going to get it. So we're going to split it, and we're going to take it from the top. Oh, we're not. We're going to, okay. Those are our two cards. And they're both, that's interesting. So I pick them up, and they're both reversed. Okay. We're going to take them in reverse, you guys. And what's interesting is, this is funny because we just talked about flexibility, and this is flexible. So let's look at it. We were told that we need to be flexible, so we are going to get both messages. That's what I was just told, because I'm going to give you the negative and the positive, or the challenge and the upright. Clearly you see this person balancing on an egg of creation, is what I would say, right? Okay, hold on. The number is 19. So let me see what the number 19. 1, keeping your thoughts positive for sure. 9 is about either endings or moving forward, which is basically the same thing. 1 ends and you move forward. So it's basically telling you to get to work. Get to work on your spiritual work, because get to work light worker. The number 9 means you've completed all the prerequisites for your life purpose. So they want you to stop procrastinating. It's time to start taking action steps, even baby steps. So that's what I'm looking at when I'm seeing, you've done the work. Don't go around and around in circles. It's time to go out on your path. Why is this so dark? I have to look into this with my camera. Hold on. Will this do anything for us? I don't like how that happens. I have to take a look at my camera and figure out why things are... Okay, so things are a little dark right now, just like they are outside. All right, that's the first message I'm getting. So you see her also balancing. She is being flexible. She is flexible, but she's balanced, so she's good at it. So you have to be very grounded and rooted in order to be flexible. You have beautiful open fields all around you. Which direction are you going to go in? Are you going around in circles? Or you know what I mean? Because you're standing there in a circle is what I'm looking at. Whatever it is, she's dedicated. She's focused. And she's in form. She's in beautiful form. So the fact that we did get it in the negative, the protection message was the loudest message. So it's telling you that when you or someone else becomes too rigid, right? Then you're blocked. That's when you're going around in circles. You're not going to get all the things that we were just shown about. So we were just shown we need to be flexible. So right now somebody's being rigid. Somebody needs to loosen up, which is what we were shown in our weekly reading. You need to open up your mind, open up your heart. Do you have maybe a more flexible approach? Maybe I'm saying, no, this has to be that way. So I'll throw it out there right now. I'm open to whatever Spirit tells me. No matter what I say out of my mouth, in all truth, I do what Spirit tells me. So don't be rigid, because when you're rigid, then when your back is stiff, you're gearing for a fight. That's not when you're trying to be productive. That's not when you're trying to come to a compromise or you want things to work. If you go in there with a rigid back, like it's got to be my way or the highway, and didn't I say that yesterday? You have to come to me. And sometimes they did say in Spirit, when it's on your soul's path, you can't be rigid. So if it's with someone that you love, you can't be rigid. If it's with people that are coming against you or people that are not in your highest good, yes, you are rigid. So make sure you get this clear, right? There's only losers when there's rigidity. So you can stand firmly in your path and still be open to others' perspective. They want you to find a mutual ground, right? Find a mutual ground. Spirit is the one that you turn to help with this. If you've got an issue with your back being stiff and it's hard for you to give in, maybe you're dealing with ego. We've been showing a lot about ego lately. And this creative egg is not awake. This creative egg, whether this is in relationship or whether this is in business or whether this is in your spiritual life, is sleeping. So if you're too rigid, things aren't going to be alive. Okay? So if you are flexible, that means that you're rooted firmly. Just like I said, you got to be rooted firmly and grounded in order to be that flexible, right? You think about how you think about the different trees. If you've got a really, really stiff branched tree, like an oak tree, if you've got a really, really big wind that comes up, the branches break. If you're a willow, the willow is graceful. The willow moves with the wind, right? Palm trees, they move with the wind. They don't break when the wind comes. So you have to be firmly rooted like a solid, strong tree, but be flexible and moving, right? Be willing to learn new things and be teachable. And yet be grounded, right? Yes, keep my mind open, but don't blow your mind open where you can let anything in. So keep yourself protected as well. That could be in every relationship, in every business thing. It's about compromise, right? It could be that there's somebody in your life, you're very different, oil and water, and yet you blend for some reason because you're able to come to a compromise and you're flexible and it makes you very happy. It could be also in work. You may have an idea of what you want. Like me, I keep saying Sedona, but I know that I see trees. But Spirit knows what's in my highest good. They can see. It's kind of like a hawk sitting up on a pole. I'm driving along on the freeway. I look up at the hawk, and I see what's ahead of me, but he can see way ahead of me. So Spirit can see down the road. So we see what's happening right here. Spirit sees what's going on the other side of those hills. So open up and say to Spirit, okay, whatever's in my highest good, I'm open because your plan's better than me, right? There may be some opportunity that you may not have maybe opened your mind to. So they're telling you to keep your mind and heart open. Be flexible because something better is there for you. So that's what this in reverse means. So see, even though it's in reverse, it's not a negative. It's not a scary. Now this one, I like this one because upright, it's time for a nap, which is what I have been getting. I've been told, even we got yesterday, just wait. I'm told to wait. I was told that I had to stay put. We were all told to stay put about something until the messages came forward. And in this, that's what you're seeing here in the new moon, which is where the new moon is where you put your new moon wishes out about things to come into. Sorry, I'll use my pointer. You put your wishes out on your new moon about what you want to bring in. But the fox, which is the trickster, which is the one which also is the art of camouflage, but also can be very playful. He's sleeping, and I've got to tell you something. It's definitely a fox. I saw a dead coyote. It made me very sad, but I saw a dead coyote on the way up to mountain yesterday, and the coyote is the trickster. And the fact that it was dead, and I saw his face on the way back, and it was peaceful. It was peaceful, and I know that it went quickly, which made my heart happy. Its job was done. It was also giving me a very loud message, was that the trickster, whatever tricks or whatever games were being played, were now being put to rest. There were no more games. The truth was coming out. Or whoever was causing all of this problem with the ego, the Kardashian problem, remember those people that were meddling and causing issues? They've been put to rest. It's done. They've been exposed, or it's the end of the game, or the truth is coming out, right? So in this position, everybody's asleep. Nobody knows what's going on, and they're telling you, just wait. Things are not able to be seen. Stars are out. It may also be, of course, it's telling you that you're pushing yourself too hard, and Spirit's telling you it's time to take a nap, right? It's just time to this isn't your time for movement. Well, I woke up this morning, and as I was talking to my girlfriend, I wish I could remember the line. It popped into my head. I think what I got was things are about to take flight. And then I looked outside, and I saw a white heron, giant white heron, or a white crane. It was big, and it was gliding, but it was moving forward from east to west. So from the cold to the warmth is what I got. So from difficult to easy, because people come to the west, they come from the cold to the warmer climate when they're on vacation, or you travel from the birds when it's they go to where it's warmer, to where it's easier, where it's more pleasant. And the bird was definitely moving, but with ease, giant wing strides, and it was gliding forward. So yes, things are on the move, but they're moving peacefully. They're moving smoothly forward. So that's what I got when I looked outside. So when you look at this message in the upright condition, it's time for non-action, right? Allow the world to go, just put things on ice, go in. Maybe it's a time of contemplation and meditation. That would be, detach, which is what I've been doing for quite a while. And this is in relationships as well as within work. Take a break from your busy schedule. Your goals can wait, your dreams can wait. Just maybe you need to think about it. Relationships, don't make any plans right now. It's just time to not really do anything. Don't force things. Allow things to flow naturally. Patience, patience, patience. And as I talked about the Aries people, we don't like patience. Now, if you see it in the protection mode, now you're looking at things upside down. That fox looks like it might fall. Are you working too hard? Because if he falls, he's hanging there. He's barely hanging on. He's, in seconds he's going to fall. So it's just about burnout. And I forgot to show you. There's a face. Someone's going to pump. There's a face looking down. Spirit is looking down, because this is the moon. So the sun is sleeping. So the sun is looking down. Sun's got a very, very bright star in the middle of its forehead, though. So the sun to me is the divine masculine. The moon is the divine feminine, which is intuition, also the female energy. This is the male energy. This is slow. This is forward movement. So when you look at it in the upright or the upside down position, now the sun is looking up. So it's like, wake up, wake up. He's shining up on the fox like, come on. What I want you to know is you're working too hard, right? You're a workaholic. You think you have to save the world? Well, right now you're not going to save anyone, because you're about to lose your perch, right? You're about to lose what's important to you. It's not your job to be there for everyone and do everything. You are able to delegate authority, right? Yes, you have worked very, very hard, and you've helped a lot of people. This is talking to me, I know. I've been working really, really hard. I'm getting from Spirit, I'm going to be taking a break, and it might be for a while. You've been working hard with your projects, you've been working hard with people, but now you've got nothing else to give. You're empty. It's about receiving now. There's nothing more for you to give. You've emptied yourself out. And don't allow your ego. So we keep getting the ego. Don't allow your ego to say, no, I got to keep doing this. I got to do this. I got to go full speed when your body needs some kind of a rest. You're going to fall. So exhaustion is calling. So this isn't about taking a nap. This is about stopping working. Stop what you're doing altogether. This isn't just snooze time. If you don't, there could be physical illness that comes from this. Like physical illness. I told you I had a headache yesterday, right? I was working a lot this weekend. And why am I working on the weekend? Well, because for me, things weren't going well. And now my work starts picking up, so I'm trying to catch up. So it may be that you're in that position, but we got to be careful. We got to take care of our health first, right? And when you do take this break, you're going to feel like a new person afterwards. So they're telling you now is the time. So we have been getting that before. This isn't about just taking a little break. This is about stopping now. Workaholism is not being smiled upon right now. So 24, the number is 24, and that tells you that there are additional angels surrounding you. So if you've got additional angels surrounding you, you're able to take a break. It's okay. Remember, we got in the reading, I think it was probably in our live feed, that our proverbial nest egg is safe. It's okay. Everything's not going to fall apart if you step away, right? They want you to stay optimistic no matter what it is that's going on, because it does look kind of cloudy, right? Not really sure what's going on here. It might be difficult. Maybe you've just come out of that Kardashian thing. The song right now, I hope you're on your knees praying. That's that one about talking about, this person's put them through hell. They've gone through hell. I've just been through hell. Well, then you need a break. It's time to heal. It's time to allow love into your life and to heal, right? The number 24 is telling you that they have magic around you. That's the stars that are all around you. And because of this faith that you will hold, that's magical. Faith It'll give you a clear path for manifesting your goals. That's what the number 24 is telling you. So those are all our messages today, you guys. Let's see this upright. Oh, I did have that other message I wanted to show you. It came out just as I went to sleep last night, and I thought, oh, I need to share it because it's so positive, and it does go along with what Spirit was already telling us yesterday. We had news coming, and it was shocking. Remember, something was going to be a shock. There is something that might be difficult for us to deal with. There is something that's ending, and there's always sadness in it ending. Just like this song, this person is leaving. I wish you farewell, and they have pain and heartache, but there's something wonderful on its way. Wonderful news. This is announcements regarding engagements, pregnancies, births. I watched births last night. I watched people that were pregnant. I literally saw people, and that's represented new beginnings. I saw one man was having a baby girl, and it's funny that the man was having the baby girl, and then the other one was having a boy. So that means that a man was having literally somebody may be having a baby girl, maybe having a new project which is based on your feminine energy, which is nurturing, this kind of work, like my work. Right when I said that, the hummingbird flew up. So something that's to do with your spiritual work, because it's to do with intuition, something new beginning. And then the other one that was having the boy represents forward movement, masculine, energy, which is also the divine shining down, the divine masculine energy. Definitely about forward movement. Or it could also represent that a man and woman were coming together and they were having a new beginning, which was the first couple that we saw, the owls, right? So whatever it is, it could be graduations, whatever, announcements, a new job, I'm moving, I'm getting married, whatever it is. They're talking about new friends being made, drawing together in soul community, soul path. Like the one on the song was talking about, I'm leaving this group of people, but they're going to be drawn towards their soul family. Because it talks about like-minded ones drawing together. Now, those two owls could have been the ones that were apart because of the Kardashian issues. Remember, there were the ones that were apart because of the meddling that was taking place. And now they're looking back at one another and they're drawing together. Song right now, you and me together, we can do it better. We don't have to worry about a thing. Right? So that's what's happening. These ones are running. So they're leaving. They're moving forward. We're going to disappear when they come for me. So they're disappearing. So maybe they're going on a break. They're going to take a break. They're going on a honeymoon. They're going on who knows? They're going to maybe just go off the grid for a while and because they've been working too hard. All of these things are coming together. Whatever it is, exciting new beginnings and happy endings. So yes, there was an ending, but it was a good ending. It was meant to happen, right? 3 is the Ascended Masters working with you. So this is the angels. We've got them extra magical support. We got the Ascended Masters helping you. Probably someone that you're familiar with. To me, immediately what I heard was Jesus and Archangel Metatron. That's what came to me. I don't know who it would be for you. Emotion is clearly, there's no describing that. It is what it is, emotion. It also says that, you see this group of people playing. And just because we just got that message about you're working too hard, it's time for you to get together. We've got that with our weekly reading too. We've been getting it for a while. It's time to communicate. It's time to come together with your friends or with like-minded people, right? Expand your circle. Stop being an island like me. Stop being in this tower. I need to go somewhere where I can connect with people of like mind. That's why I keep feeling like I'm going to Sedona. But I'm open. I know Spirit's got something in mind. They're definitely telling you to open your heart. It's about abundance. These ones are having a little picnic. One's playing the guitar. One's got a tambourine, so there's music involved. So it's also telling me to pay attention to this song that's playing. The arrows, and remember we talked about cherubs. They're very, very powerful. Here they're showing them as fat little babies, but these are powerful angels. But this cherub doesn't have its arrows out. They're in a place of peace, right? There's apples. What are those flowers? Where's my magnifying glass? The flowers are, those are forget-me-nots and roses. Pink roses, which is love. Forget-me-nots, so that's coming together. You know what? Those aren't apples. Those are hearts. Red hearts, passion, love. There's hearts all around and roses all around. This is all very, very peaceful, happy. Look at the background. An open background. Ooh, somebody cheated. The song right now, somebody made a mistake. They cheated. They said it was one time, and somebody's having a hard time giving it up. He's begging forgiveness, and she's having a really hard time. And she's saying, I want to know the truth. So whatever it is, there's confessions that are happening. I do know that. I'm sorry this had to come on right now, but it had to come out. Because that may be the reason that the two have been apart, because somebody may have cheated. So maybe this is about coming together and forgiveness being extended. This song makes me upset every time I hear it. I don't want to hear it. I just got to know, how long has this been going on? Was it for real or was it just for show? And she's saying, that's what I want to know. Somebody was calling somebody baby and creeping around on them with someone else. Why does this have to come when we're trying to have a happy ending? So maybe that's a message. Why does this have to come? We're trying to have a happy ending. So focus on that. You want to have a happy ending. Yes, it was sadness. Maybe that's what it was, the shock that was going to come out. You know, it's going to be shocking, but it's going to be good in the end. So you're going to be able to work it out. You want to focus on the good. Because he's telling her, I've only want to love you. I know you won't believe me. Maybe this is the person that was afraid to speak because I know you won't believe me. It only happened once. You're the only one I want to love. Please forgive me. That was the man from our cards before that was on his knees begging forgiveness, and she was so brokenhearted. Now the message, of course, also in this song is, was it for real or was it for just for show? So maybe there's a misunderstanding. So maybe that's what we're hearing. Maybe the announcement is going to be you misunderstood. It's not what you thought, right? It could be family reunions as well. So let's end this on a positive note like that. But everything has to come out because this may be your situation. So blessings, love, and light. We'll speak again soon. Have a great day, guys.